With the release of the new Disney Plus animated original Diary of a Wimpy Kid releasing on Disney Plus this past Friday, we now have 5 Diary of a Wimpy Kid films inside of the film franchise. So today I thought it was time for me to stop and rank all 5 Diary of a Wimpy Kid films ranked from the worst to the best. Please know that everything that I will say in this video is just my very own opinion. My name is S Domination, and you are free to comment down below your very own ranking of all 5 Diary of a Wimpy Kid films ranked from the worst to the best, just like me. Or you could just do your favor. Please know that I do have a little bit of biasness when it comes to the original trilogy of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, because I grew up on the books, I grew up on these films, I love these films, I have a lot of nostalgia for the books and the films alike. So, with that being said, please don't forget to check out that Twitter that's going to pop up on your screen right now. And also don't forget to check out some more of those playlists down below in the description. With that being said, let's get right into our ranking. Kicking off my list at number 5 for me has got to go to Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul. Now, this movie came out around the time that the 2017 movies was coming out. Despicable Me 3, Power Rangers, Beauty and the Beast. I saw all of those movies and I skipped this one. Now, when I watched it for the first time on Disney Plus for this ranking, countless times I had to pause the movie. I rolled on everything that happens. The character choices are bad. The acting is not that great. The dialogue isn't great either. And the story sucks too. They're trying to go for more of this 21st century technology thing, and then they want to go for the more Comic-Con route or the gamer route. All of it just does not work here, because it seems like I've seen it before, but also I've seen it done better. All of it just sucked to me. And I'm usually neutral, but I am definitely going thumbs down for this movie. I'm just like everyone else. I'm going thumbs down for this film. Alicia Silverman was the only good actress and the only one that I really knew and liked from this film. It wasn't charming, and they managed to make Greg annoying when he's already an unlikable character. And yes, just like everyone else, what did they do to my boy Rodrick? Rodrick was never this dumb, obviously. Rodrick was not the brightest of the bunch, but at the same time, Rodrick had some cleverness about him. He was very intelligent in everything that he did inside of the previous trilogy. He was just idiotic inside of this film that he couldn't even tell between a safe and a microwave. The road trip side of the movie should be some of the most interesting and fun parts of the film, seeing this dysfunctional family, but overall it just comes off as odd and cringy. And number 4 for me has got to go to Diary of a Wimpy Kid 2010. Now, I did have to battle between this one as my number 3 and my number 4, mainly because I have a lot of nostalgia for this film, and every film going upwards, I give it a thumbs up. I think all of these movies are pretty good in their own way, just like this film. It's always been on Cartoon Network, and it even managed to inspire me to start my own Diary of a Wimpy Kid journal. You'll see that pop up on your screen right now. And I just love the way that this film just shows the pressure of going to middle school for the first time and how that can affect you as well as your friend groups. And I thought it was actually done pretty well here. But upon my rewatch, I did find that Greg's character is not really that likable, and they make a great job of showing that this protagonist doesn't seem to learn from his lessons after this film. I think overall it's a charming little film. I do like all the characters inside of there. Greg is a very unlikable character, but that's just the way that he's written inside of this film. I think the idea of Riley and Greg's relationship kind of breaking off but then mending back together because of jealousy and the pressure of middle school, all of it worked for me. I just think that they made it so clear that Greg is not supposed to be a role model for a lot of kids that's going into middle school. Kicking off my top 3 list for me has got to go to Diary of a Wimpy Kid 2021, the newest addition to the Diary of a Wimpy Kid film franchise. I was going to do a review of this, but I just decided that, it might as well just do a ranking at least. And plus, I just wanted to watch the other Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies. I love the trilogy. Have so much nostalgia for it. Now, it's a serviceable adaptation, again showcasing Greg as an unlikable protagonist and that he's very manipulative to his friends, and that just made me look harder at the live action films and pick up on those flaws that I missed when I was younger. I thought the film was very short, and while I'm ready to see Rodrick rules, that's because I really do love the source material, but not because I love this film. It did seem a little rushed, mainly because of the runtime. It felt like it would have worked better as an animated TV show. And I don't think that they did a great job with their message because of how unlikable Greg is inside of this film. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't love the animation style. The voice acting is all pretty great. And honestly, it's just simple by nature and it makes it easier to consume. My runner-up at number 2 for me has got to go to Diary of a Wimpy Kid Dog Days. I remember trailers for this film coming out. I remember TV spots for this film because it was coming out around the same time as Avengers. Now, they both came out in the same year. But now, I wasn't a big fan of Marvel back then. So, which one that I wanted to see more? I wanted to see Dog Days. Because everyone was a big fan of Diary of a Wimpy Kid when I was growing up. I mean, everyone loved Diary of a Wimpy Kid. We had all the books. I think we were at like the 5th book when I was like still in elementary school. So it wasn't even that, far gone. So I really wanted to see this film. And it was just so huge for everyone. The hype was there. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed Dog Days. Dog Days just feel like a nice summer movie to watch, and actually Greg isn't as unlikable in this film. The relationship between him and his dad put on display here by mixing in the 2 books like Dog Days and The Last Stand. I thought all of that was very great. It was also so influential in understanding how my dad operated and what my dad wanted for me, until I learned that Diary of a Wimpy Kid should not be applied to real life situations and relationships. While the humor is still crude and slapstick like all of the live action films, among the actual summer vacation films that I have in my watch list, this is one I will definitely be watching again. But coming in at my number 1, that's probably everyone else's number 1, is Rodrick Rules. It's probably my favorite Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. I mean, maybe it might be my favorite. That, or probably The Last Stand, I think, or maybe The Ugly Truth. It depends. But the most watched film on this list to me is this one. I love this film. It's not only fun, funny, and nostalgic for me, but it also represented brothers in the best way, and the idea of loving and caring for your sibling, big or little. Watching Greg and Rodrick reminds me of me and my big brother, and I just thought all of it just hit me so hard when I was younger because, it was Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but also as I'm older now, I can see that's how me and my brother are. That's how me and my brother were. We fought. We made up. We had fun sometimes. Sometimes we just argued and bickered back and forth. It's just a package deal, and it comes with having a sibling, big or little. We also get to introduce some new characters like Holly, which, basically started off my whole idea of what a crush was. I wanted Harley when I was little. I just wanted Peyton List when I was little. But moving on, we have some new shenanigans, and I think all of it made for an enjoyable, rewatchable film that I'm so glad I got to revisit. This is why Diary of a Wimpy Kid 2, Rodrick Rules, has to come in at number 1. Alright guys, that was it for the ranking. Please know that everything that I did say in this video was just my very own opinion. My list was certainly not the right list. It was just my list, and you are free to comment down below your ranking of all 5 Diary of a Wimpy Kid films, ranked from the worst to the best, just like me, or you could just do your favorite. Please note that I do have a Twitter that's going to pop up on your screen right now, and also note that this video was made before Sean Chandler's, okay? Sean Chandler, he put his video out before mine, he beat me to it. It is what it is. I don't really care. Sean Chandler's the inspiration. But like, comment, and subscribe like I said before. With that being said, I will see you all next time. Peace.